Hi, welcome back to another Seeking Sister Wife recap. I know y'all were asking, where's the Seeking Sister Wife recap? Well, don't you worry, because I'm about to do it right now. I just needed a little time to catch up, because remember, I was away for a week and I wasn't watching any shows. And then when I came back, I had to catch up on all the other shows I missed, plus the shows that I missed that I don't cover. So I finally watched episodes 12 and 13, and I'm ready to talk about it. Let's start with the Merrifields. So, Danielle and Ick have been in Colorado for about a few months now, since his non-wedding with Natalia. And since they got back to the States, Ick hired a lawyer to get Natalia her K-1 visa so that she can eventually come to the United States, yada, yada, yada. And while all of that was happening, Danielle found a potential sister wife on social media. And they weren't supposed to be dating. They had somewhat of an agreement with Natalia, which I completely understand because she wouldn't be involved. But Danielle just happened to find an amazing woman. Her name is Miriam, and she's from Michigan, so she's a fellow American. So they're super excited because they don't have to deal with the traveling and the visa stuff. And she speaks English, so they don't have to rely on the stupid, shitty translator. Although these days, the translators are very, very awesome. They've improved so much since the Ji-hoon and Devin days. Remember that? Oh God, that was a nightmare. Garrick's excited. Danielle's excited. But Natalia, no, she's not excited. So Danielle and Ick invited Miriam to spend some time in Colorado with them in their house. And Natalia has no idea. They're not going to tell her because they know she's going to be pissed. Miriam arrives at the airport, they hug, they're so excited, and they get to the house. She gets a tour of the big house, and also Danielle's belly is huge. I wonder how far along she was at this point, because she definitely wasn't showing at all in the last episode. Now, in the evening, Miriam meets the rest of the family, Danielle's brother, sister-in-law, and I think the kids. We learn that she's Muslim, but the Merrifields are Christian, so they want to know if she would be willing to convert, and she's like, no. And then she has to awkwardly reassure them that she's nothing like the Muslims that are portrayed on TV, you know? She's like, they portray us as crazy radicals, but every single religion has crazy radicals. And they're like, yeah, like the Westboro Baptist Church. Yeah. Well, you seem friendly and nice. Okay, thanks.
Oh, I feel good about you. I just have like a peace. You seem really sweet. I don't know. You're just genuine.
The next day, Miriam and Danielle have a little girl time. They go out to lunch and they're bonding. And what the hell? Danielle looks so happy. She's like she's so excited. I was like, calm the freak down. I actually kind of felt bad for her because you could tell she's craving companionship, craving friendship, sistership. That's why she's doing this, I feel like, because she wants friends. She even tells Miriam, I don't really have friends, because Miriam brought up that she should have a baby shower. And Danielle was like, I don't really have any friends, just like my sister-in-law. And I feel so sad for her. I'm like, does Garrick not let you have friends? This is why she wants a sister wife that she can bond with. That's why she took Roberta's exit so terribly, because she was heartbroken. She was more heartbroken than freaking Garrick was. Miriam tells her that she's never been with a white man. This is going to be her first, and she chose Ick as her first. So that's interesting. Later that evening, Garrick spends some time with Miriam. He calls her a full-figured woman? What about her is full-figured? He called her curvy.
Miriam is definitely a gorgeous, curvy woman. I mean, she's full-figured, which is nice.
What? I feel like she's just so normal and average. I would be considered full-figured. Miriam is normal. And then he made a super weird comment about how Miriam knows how to doll up, and that's super nice. He really appreciates it because some women, Danielle, don't know how to do that. Then they talk about what they want to do in the future. Miriam wants to be in the beauty industry. And then Garrick says, oh yeah, we should team up because that's what I want to do too. I want to be a fashion designer for women. First of all, fashion and beauty are totally different. And second of all, since when do you want to be a fashion designer for women? What the hell do you know about women's fashion? I'm waiting. I swear the only reason why Ick wants to design women's clothing is so he can be around naked women all day and models. Ugh. Then she asks him, how do you feel about the hijab? Because I want to start wearing my headscarf. And he goes, oh, I would be like, is my wife in there? Where's my beautiful wife? And he does a motion as if he's going to pull it off. He's like, yeah, I'm going to want to pull it off.
Where's my beautiful wife at?
Really?
Let me try to pull it off. Like, where are you at here?
What the fork? And she goes, you don't like it? And he's like, well, it's not that I don't like it. I just think you're so beautiful without it. Oh my God. Total freaking creep. No, he hates it. He absolutely hates it. And then he says something stupid like, oh, Miriam takes her religion a lot more seriously than I thought. No shit, Sherlock. Don't you? Don't you take her? Actually, no, you don't. No, you don't. Oh God, this conversation just gets worse and worse. He opens up to her and he tells her about how he used to be a bad boy when he was younger. Yeah, so bad. He created a gang. Yeah, he was a head gang leader, and his gang was called ATC, Always Thuggin' Crew. Okay, Jojo Siwa, I guess he's trying to be all bad. He tries to get close to her. He's like very affectionate physically, and she's just like, yeah, like, don't get too close. Yeah, oh, my hair's in the way. Like, please don't. You smell. And he feels that energy from her. So he's like, so how do you feel about me? And she goes, I like you, but I definitely don't think I can live in this town. It's too small and there's no diversity. Like, I've not seen one single non-white person. And he's like, oh no, this town is wonderful, especially for raising children. And she's like, well, I don't like it. Well, the day has come to an end and it's time for her to go bye-bye. So she leaves and goes home.
I feel closer to Miriam than I do with Natalia. I wish things were different with Natalia and I, but it's going to take a little more time for her to accept that we really are still open to searching.
Fast forward 3 weeks. Danielle is taking a selfie video and she updates us about Natalia. Apparently, she is super upset about Danielle and Garrick dating Miriam. Clearly, they did not give a fork about Natalia's feelings because they just went ahead and dated her. Then we get a selfie video of Natalia and she basically shares her side of the story, and she says Garrick promised her that he wouldn't date other women until Natalia had moved to the US. So that's strike number 1. Then he demanded that she completely submit to him. So that's strike number 2. Yeah, she's no longer with the Merrifields. She's done, she's over it, and she's moving on.
That she's just not going to grow up. She's not going to mature. She's not going to change.
Okay, I'm pretty sure the problem is you and not her.
If a wife doesn't want to face her problems, I mean, it's better it came out now compared to her getting to America. I have 2 kids, and then we got to deal with it. I mean, that's a blessing.
Yeah, for her. It's a blessing for her. Let's move on to the Davis family. Now, they invite Jasmine over for a big sleepover. And I love how in their interview scene, everybody's talking about Jasmine and how she's going to be legally marrying Danielle. And the camera pans to Danielle looking pretty unhappy. Jasmine comes over to their house. They snack on a charcuterie board. Then it's hot tub time. Oh, yeah. They all get in, and Jasmine wants to play an icebreaker game, okay? The first question she asks is what everybody's favorite color is. All right. And then she answers her own question first, and she gives the most extra, most obnoxious answer ever. Okay. It's very Nick coded.
The first question is, what is your favorite color?
Okay.
And like for me, my favorite color is blue. I love blue exactly the way that it is in every form that I have ever met blue in my life. Whenever you get into a deep, deep, deep blue, like in the deep deeps of the ocean, it starts to become almost mysterious.
Don't ask me my favorite color in the hot tub, like.
The next question she asks is, what is your favorite form of water? Where the hell is she getting these questions? By the way, I found out Boba Belly, I can't wait to watch her recap. I know she's working on it, but she knows where these questions are from. Okay, there's apparently like an influencer or a creator or a motivational speaker. I don't remember, but she's going to talk about it in her recap, and I can't wait to learn more about it. But yeah, Jasmine took those questions from somebody else. Okay, so Jasmine's like, what's your favorite form of water? And everybody's looking at each other like, what the fuck? Jennifer goes, oh, the waterfall, because they sparkle and I'm here for the sparkling moments of life. Oh my God. If I were in that hot tub and Jasmine asked me that, I would be like, I don't know, the one that's wet? There's a moment where Nick kisses all the ladies, and then when he gets to Jasmine and he kisses her on the cheek, she looks so grossed out. She's like, she was not into that. Then one by one, each woman gets out of the hot tub, and as Jennifer is leaving, Nick just smacks her booty, and he looks like he's about to devour it later that night. Nick asks Danielle to stay back because he wants to talk to her and just kind of touch base with her and see how she's feeling about Jasmine. When he asks her how she feels about Jasmine, she's like, yeah, I'm okay with it. And he's like, yeah, that's my girl. And he grabs her big, juicy butt and just jiggles it. I had to say that aggressively because it's just like, oh my God, I wanted to grab it and jiggle it. It was just bodacious.
We'll see what's up from there.
Okay.
Now it's time for bed, and the 5 of them get into their jammies and snuggle up together in their 12-foot bed. The next morning, Danielle's the first to get up, and Jasmine wakes up soon after, and she's like, how the hell do I get out of this bed? Because there's people to the left of her, there's people to the right of her. So she just goes under the covers and she slides on down. She meets Danielle outside, and then they have a chat, and it was so cringy, and that's why I loved it, how Danielle was acting like she was a pro and she's been doing this for years and years. She was basically giving Jasmine tips and tricks and advice, and she's like, yeah, it might, sound all exciting right now, but I'm going to tell you, it's hard. It's a lot of hard work, and I just want to tell you, I struggled a lot. I almost left. Actually, I did leave. And Jasmine's like, oh, really? Yeah,
I've definitely struggled with a lot of issues coming into it. It got to the point where I moved out.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
It was brief.
I do not anticipate that I will have the same issues. I'm pretty secure in myself.
Nick definitely likes Jasmine, and he wants to go to Pound Town with her. And it seems like the other wives are on board except for Danielle, and she makes that clear at dinner. She was like, yeah, I'm just not head over heels for her because with you, she's talking about the other wives, there was an instant connection and I really loved you guys so much from the start, but with Jasmine, it's just not getting there. And then I was surprised to hear April agree with that. And Nick is so disappointed because he really wanted to, Jasmine. So he's like, oh man, I'm really sad to hear that. I really liked her and wanted to move forward. But if you guys don't want to move forward with her, then I'm going to have to just accept that. And then immediately, April and Danielle backtrack. I was like, what the freak is happening? It was so crazy. So as soon as Nick said that, April goes, oh, well, if you want to move forward, then that's something I really have to consider. That's very important to me. And then right after, Danielle's like, oh, well, I guess if you really like her, then I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I just need to give her more of a chance. What the hell did he do? Did he put like a spell on them? Because that was crazy. But then Nick was like, you know what? No, because I had an instant connection with all you ladies. I did not have to work hard. And Danielle goes, yeah, that's true. So ultimately, they do a vote. Okay, April says no, Danielle says no, and then Jennifer says no. And I feel like Nick secretly was hoping that they would kind of like come around and say yes. And since everybody said no, he was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I guess it's a no then. So they all decide they're gonna break up with Jasmine, but continue seeking. Oh, and is April okay? 'Cause she's always crying. And when she's not crying, she looks like she just stopped crying.
I'm so happy to see that Nick is truly putting it in the hands of his wives to have us add. I'm sorry. I'm such a crybaby. I just love the love that we have.
I don't know. Someone go check on her.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
Oh my God, look how happy he is. In the middle, just scrunched up like a little kid. I can't believe he's the only one who's actually got sister wives. And this entire show, every single couple for the last 2-3 seasons have not successfully had sister wives. Everyone else is forever seeking. I would really like for the Merrifields to finally lock that shit down next season. So here's an update. Danielle and Garrick are no longer dating Miriam, but they found a new woman named Lorena, I don't know how to pronounce it, and she got baptized by Pastor Ick. And guess what they're trying to do? They're trying to bring her over now, and guess where she's from? Yeah, she's from Brazil. Last but not least, the Davis family broke up with Jasmine, but they're dating someone very special, which I feel like we're going to see in the next season of Seeking Sister Wife. And that's a wrap. That is it. The season is over. I hope everybody enjoyed. I sure did, especially the Merrifields are just a hot dumpster fire mess. Now, my question is about Danielle. I get very confused with her because sometimes I feel really bad for her. I feel like she is a victim and she just is this poor little lost woman who has been brainwashed by Garrick. And then another part of me seems like she's a master manipulator genius. She's like a sniper from the sidelines. She knows exactly what she's doing and she's playing dumb. I don't know. Boba Belly thinks Danielle is into women. So that's interesting. I don't get that vibe. I feel like she's just really seeking friendships and sisterhood, but what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And that's all I have to say, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!